minutes to get some people on here. So in the meantime, I'm probably going to repeat myself a few times because I want to inform people that get on here. I'm 41 years old. I made $1 million by 38. I would have made it by 27, calculated the math, by just one different move. And that's what I'm going to talk to you about. All the things I've done to get to where I'm at. By analyzing them and going backwards. This is why my children will do so much better than me, because they will have mentorship. And I did have a few good mentors in my life, but I didn't have anybody that was making millions of dollars in my life. So this message is for any young person out there wanting to level up their life, wants to grow, personal developing. My whole channel is about real estate investing and development. So if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe. I will tell you, I didn't start off with any talent. I had confidence issues, raised by a single mom my first half of my life, and speech problems. But you know, the one thing I had going for me is I was a pretty decent looking kid, which helps, right? But at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter. Anybody can do this. Anybody can make money. You got to have drive, and you got to have a reason. And I grew up hungry for hearing fights about money, and my young mind linked up two things because my parents were divorced when I was 3. So, you know, you always want what you don't have. I just think I don't even think it's human nature to want a family. I truly don't think that. I think it's more the environment you're raised up in. You make childish decisions. So at about 19 years old, maybe 12, 14, my blueprint was make money, then get a family, then I'll be happy. So that's all I focused my time on, was making money. From 15 to 35 to 30, 15 to 30. What I should have been focusing on was growing, development. That's more important than money. That's the number one thing I will tell you. Your speech sells. We're all in sales. Most people just aren't that good at it. Everybody's in sales. You just don't even know it, most of them. Whether you got a job, whether you work at Home Depot, whether you're a teacher, whether you're a wife, stay-at-home wife, whether you're a billionaire, you're selling something, yourself. So that's the number one thing, in my opinion, as far as on top of development that you should be working on. You are your own asset. You should develop yourself, control yourself in all realms. Emotional decisions are typically bad decisions. So don't make big decisions out of emotions. Write everything down and make a logical decisions based off numbers. If you do that, you'll do good. When you're younger, be more patient. Get a mentor. With YouTube, it's amazing that you can pick up 8 or 10 people and follow them and listen and learn from them, like myself. I've trained a lot of agents. I've trained a lot of business people now. And I will tell you that I'm still learning. That's why I do this channel. So, looking back, I had a 19-year. So, let me start here. My mom never made over 20 grand a year, but saved money. My dad made good money, but never really saved money. So, I took both of theirs. I went and made money and saved, and that's what I did. I saved money for 20 years. Sorry, 15 to 35. I didn't buy a lot of nice stuff. I just worked, I grinded, and that's where I went wrong. You should have a little more balance. So I'm definitely extreme in my younger age, and I have learned that. So I actually lived the best life the last 4 years with the least amount of money, but more time. So I've learned balance is key. Most millionaires are made in their 50s and 60s. I did it at 38. I was rushing. Well, it's easy to make moves and make money at a lower level. Once you get to a bigger level, you have to look at a bigger picture and you have to learn a lot of things. I didn't know interest rates could go up 4% overnight because I never did that. I was never told that. But they did do that in the 80s. I just didn't know. In the 80s, they went up 16% in a year. So I had bought 7 properties and ended up rates went up and, just over leveraged because I couldn't move them. Long story, but my point is you're always learning, always growing. So make sure you stay tuned, subscribe, hit that like button, and we'll see you on the next one.